I've been really depressed lately. Very, very depressed.
Interesting.
Like almost like suicidal almost.
Get the fuck out of here.
Jesus. Is that real talk?
I mean, great and all, Bobby, that you have your depression, but life is not that bad for you, bro.
Bro.
It's like you have a roof over your head. You have so many things in your favor right now.
I'm sorry. I was suicidal when I was born.
Oh, yeah, wow. So was I. Guess what?
Yeah.
I've been actually locked up for trying to kill myself 3 fucking times.
Yeah, I've been in institutions myself too, bitch.
No, you were in rehab. That's not.
Yeah, I was in a high school gym too, babe.
Yeah.
You shouldn't say it so blasé without any type of like.
All right, I'll restate what I said.
Okay, go ahead.
I feel really bad, and I want to cut myself with razor blades. Is that better?
I mean, if that's what you're into.
Yeah. I've never really been a cutter myself.
I was a huge cutter.
Why is that a thing?
I was a huge cutter from the age of 15 through 19. And one of the reasons why I have the tattoo on my forearm is to cover the scars.
Oh shit, that's real.
Yeah.
That got really real, real fast.
I used to punch my belly.
Because you were fat.
Yeah. Oh my God, band camp was the worst. Freshman year. Oh, fuck, I don't talk about it.
No, tell me. Let's talk about your fatness.
Freshman year at band camp. A lot of it's kind of okay. It's before I knew how to be funny, so like people would make fun of my fatness, and they'd always call my mom like a porn star, like a fat porn star. They used to watch her. I don't know. They used to go, "Yo, Gilbert, triple X fatties. I love your mom's titties, like your fat titties." And I used to laugh. I used to be like, "Ha, it's good."
Oh, dude, anyone talking about my mom like that, they would fucking die, bro.
Yeah, I didn't know what to do. It's 5 white guys against me.
Ooh, I hate white people.
George?
Not George. He's pink.
George is a pink dick.
Yeah, he's a pink dick.
So for band camp, I remember they used to say it so much, but I would laugh, and they would laugh, so they thought it was okay. But every day at night, I would go to my room when my roommate wasn't there at band camp. I just cry. I just like.
Oh, you punch my belly.
Oh, that's so sad.
That's so funny.
Yeah, I used to just.
It's so funny.
I used to just cry. I used to
oh God, I wish I was there.
He's like, what the fuck is wrong with you? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Yo, dude, let me say this right now. If I die and I go to heaven, if there is a heaven, and if there's like a room where you can see replays of people's lives,
he would go back.
That's the first thing I want to watch. I'm going to, hey, God, can I see the replay of Gilbert punching his stomach when he was a kid?
Did you do this when you were really fat? Would you sit in a tub and then lay flat to see, like, so your belly would be really flat and imagine that you'd be skinny one day? I have a lot of fat friends who did that.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so I had
What are you doing?
No,
what are you doing in there?
So my ex.
Yeah, we all think you're weird right now.
Yeah.
I have fever brain.
Have you done that?
You sit in the
tub? Not me. So I had
okay.
my ex that I was with for a really long time, previous to Bobby. He used to be a fat boy before he became really, really good looking. Like, I mean, obese. Like, he was probably he's about 5'11", but he was probably about 260. So he's a big, big boy.
He's fat, yeah.
Yeah, so he used to cry and tell me this story about how he would sit in a tub when he was a fat boy. And so, like, he would sit flat and imagine, you know, because your stomach would be flat when you lay down, right? And he would sit and cry in the bathtub and hope one day that his stomach would be flat like it was when he was in that position. And I thought to myself, and he used to tell me, he's like, yeah, I think like all fat people do that. So I believe that.
Nope.
He had issues.
That's his own thing.
So I think he just ended up doing meth and lost all the weight.
Oh, wow.
I would do this as a kid. I would put like my fingers over my eyes and make them rounder to see what I would look like if I wasn't a chink.
Oh my God.
Or a lot of Asians do this thing
do
where you use it like a pen or a pointed tip, and then you run it across the your eyelid, so you could put a crease on there for about like 20 seconds.
Yeah, it's a weird thing, that thing where, like, you know, as a kid, white people would say, or just anybody, but it was generally white, and they would go, you know, your eyes, you're slanty, and they would do the thing with like that,
ching chong, bing
ching
bong,
chong, and then you would get really devastated, hurt.
Yeah.
You would go home and you would try to explain to your parents, like, they made fun of me, and like your dad would go, I don't know what you're talking, you know what I mean? Who cares, you know?
Who cares,
right? And I go, yeah, but like they're making fun of me, and you would cry coming home, and like then you would have this deep resentment, you know what I mean? You had nowhere to turn either as a kid.
Yeah.
You can't turn on the TV or go on the internet back in the 70s. That's the one it happened to me, you know, in the 70s, you know?
Was there a time you ever retaliated against a bully?
No, I mean, I remember this guy named, I can say his name.
Fuck it, say his name.
Art.
Fuck
his name was Art, right? He used to pick me up, you know what I mean, and dunk my head in the toilet.
I thought that was in movies.
No, that was real.
You actually got.
Yeah.
What's it called?
I don't know what that was called.
Swirly.
Yeah.
Swirly. Yeah.
Yeah, and they would flush the toilet, and my head would be in there, and I would cry.
You get arrested for that now. That's a fucking hate.
Yeah,
crime.
but back then it was like a thing.
Wow.
Yeah, and then like I remember I lived in Minnesota. It was really snowy, and I remember the kids would go Eskimo, and they would throw snowballs at my face.
What?
Yeah. They used to call me an Eskimo.
Damn.
And the snow, and like not even like the soft kind with the ice in it.
Shit.
Can I tell you? Can I tell you what happened to me as a kid? I just remembered this.
What?
I was in a coma, bro.
Well, how would you know?
Oh wait, I think you did tell me.
Yeah,
this
my mom.
story.
Yeah, my parents even can back it up. In my middle school, not middle school, elementary school, there was I lived in Minnesota, and there was a hill that went down, and on the bottom of the hill there was like this slope, and then like a jump, and then there was a pole like where the jump was, right? So these kids put me on a sled and they pushed me down the thing
Against your will?
against my will.
Oh.
And I went off this thing, and then my face hit the pole, and I went tumbling down. I fell on my back, and the next thing I know, I'm in the hospital. That's all I remember. And my face was ripped up.
Oh.
Yeah.
That's not a coma though.
Did you?
No, I was knocked out for like a day or something.
You're probably concussed.
To me, that's a coma.
That's terrifying to just wake
Yeah.
up in the hospital. That's
Yeah,
like movie
that's
shit.
a 12-hour coma.
That's pretty awful.
And I woke up.
What did your parents
Did
say?
your parents?
They were
They
crying.
They tried to sue them.
No, they didn't do nothing.
Nothing.
No, because back then the white people ran it.
Yeah, Asians don't ever want to just ever rabble rouse like that. We just don't ever want
Yeah,
to.
they don't want to rabble rouse. They don't want to do none of that. So I remember going back to school and then avoiding those kids that did that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was scary. That's the kind of shit that I had to go through. And then that's when I was molested too back then.
You got everything.
Minnesota was not a good place for you.
That was dark,
So
dude.
not good for Asians.
No, my whole personal life, like when my brother was 7 and I was 10. My brother and I shared the same room, and my mom came in to our bedroom at like 3 a.m, and she opened her mouth. I remember her mouth was like bloody, and she was missing a tooth
Oh, because
my dad punched it out. And I remember us barricading the door, trying to get my dad not to come in the room, and he came in there. And he beat up my mom. He hit us a bunch of times, and then he passed out. He was drunk.
Yeah.
But that was like a daily occurrence, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the kids, Eskimo, the Down syndrome molesting,
Coma.
the coma thing, the fucking my dad being violent and all that was like a traumatic childhood. Yeah.
What do you think you would have been like if you didn't have a traumatic childhood?
I'd be a preacher.
You wouldn't.
Do you think
You would
that?
not be a preacher.
I'd be a man
Do you
of God.
think that your core has always been rotten from the start?
I think that I remember like I used defense mechanisms, humor defense mechanism.
Yeah, same here.
So what happened would like my friends would come over and I would do like a comedy show. I put my parents' clothes on and I would do like sketches and stuff like that.
Drag.
No, I would just do different. Like we would do this thing called Make Me Laugh, where if they would laugh at me, I'd get to hit them with a ruler in their hand, like do 10, right? So it makes them not want to laugh, which gave you the challenge to do it. It was really fun.
Which is why you do that a lot here.
Yeah, I do it now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. And I do that, and then we used to do this thing, where we would do this thing called Road Warrior.
What's that?
We would take skateboards, and there was like a hill, right? Oh, this is when I was in San Diego now. But we used to, so there was this hill, and we would all, 10 people, kids, would have like baseball bats and like football helmets and padding. And we would go down this hill, and we'd try to knock each other off to see who can get to the bottom of the hill first.
That sounds
sounds
fun.
so
So
That
fun.
sounds
fun.
fucking fun.
That's
It's
like
Mad
so much
Max.
we used to go ice blocking. Do you know what that is?
What's that?
This is already in America, and my Korean friend actually introduced me to it, who's my best friend now, because she's just a rugged bitch,
Oh,
you
she's
know,
wonderful.
Jessica.
She's
the
wonderful.
girl whose butt you want to eat.
Yeah.
You just buy a big block of ice, and you find a steep grassy hill, and you just bomb it. You just hope you don't die on your way down. And we would get cut up. But it was so fun. It's just,
So fun.
you know what I mean? Like to go home a little bloodied, a little sore, a little itchy from the grass. That was fun.
Yeah. I used to take a BB gun, and there was a guy that was paraplegic.
Oh, come on, man.
No,
You better not have shot him.
forget it then.
Jesus Christ,
Shot a
sweetheart.
paraplegic guy.
No, we would go on the roof.
Yeah.
If
Right.
he was a dick, he deserved it.
No, he wasn't. Him?
I mean, the paraplegic.
No, he was a nice kid.
You're an asshole.
Keep going.
And we would be on the roof, and then he was in his backyard. He would sometimes be out there, just sitting there, in like a chair.
A wheelchair?
Yeah, and we hit him in his face. A couple times we did that. We hit it. It wasn't that powerful.
But what would he do? Like, think it's like bird poop?
He would cry. It would hurt on the cheek.